I've heard a lot of chatter about if you are struggling to go lower than your regular score, maybe what you need to do is move up in the tees so that you get used to shooting lower. But I've always wondered, is it actually true? Or is it only true for golfers who are really good? So today I am an 8 handicap and I'm gonna move up to the red tees to see how low I can shoot. So not a great opening tee shot, but I was playing it safe here because those bunkers at the front of the green are terrifying. And it should go without saying that if you are a golfer in 2025, you need to ensure you're using some sort of app that gives you whole overviews like I've got from the Grint here, because it really helps you miss all the trouble areas. So it was just a little 6-iron that stayed short of those bunkers. I pitched it up onto the green, which was only about 80 yards away. And although this isn't a fantastic putt, it was at least from the safe side of the hole. So I just lag it up there and I'm able to tap in for the par to start this round off on a good note. Okay, made it work. Played it safe, just didn't try and get aggressive going for that pin. It's a decent start, positive vibes. This is a great glimpse of how much reds make a difference. Normally I'm playing from whites or blues, which are way back there. And now, whoosh. So it's about 125 yards to the pin, but I'm going to club up to normally what my 135 club is, which is my 48 degree, is because it sits a little higher. So it has the tendency to obviously hit a little bit higher on the face. Don't want to try and be aggressive here playing off reds today, so hit it strong. That's a really good strike, and let's see if that's the right distance. Oh, that's lovely. Great choice on club, that one.
Great choice on club, that one.
Me fail English? That's impossible.
All right, that was awesome. You can see the pitch mark here. It just kind of hit and checked up. If for whatever reason you don't know how to properly repair pitch marks, here's a quick mini tutorial. You do not want to go in and lift up. You actually want to go in, I'm just using a T here, and push in towards the hole. You can see there, just go all around that thing. Lift it up like that, tap it down like that, or do it with your foot. Either way, nice repair. Let's go try and make this birdie. But I think I actually have to go to the edge here. Right, and I think if I just tap this in, don't overthink it. There we go. It really didn't turn actually that much, so I hit it soft enough. Woo, it was close. So because I'm not trying to absolutely smash this thing, I just want a nice easy driver swing. Just want to kind of aim a little bit left center and try and draw it around a little, or straight on that line. Well, just because you plan it doesn't mean it always works. Now there's a little bit of tree trouble on the right, and let's try and get out of that. I need to go about 70 yards, which means I probably only want to land it about 50 to 60 and let it kind of bump up on there. I can't really move this leaf that's in front, and it looks like there's a bit of a rooted twig that's behind it. So this could potentially go anywhere. So I'm just going to try and use a club that's relatively safe to clear this and to get as close to the green as possible. That's going to be a little bit of an 8-iron, but not so much loft that it's going to go up and potentially hit those leaves. I'm just trying to kind of punch this nice and low, bounce up there. If it gets on the green, fantastic. That's still a green in regulation. That looks pretty good. There we go. Don't try and get stupid, just try and play it safe. I'm still on in regulation. I hope that this video is just kind of showing you in real time how I'm going through this process. If you're somebody who hasn't played reds in a long time or ever, like it's been, I don't know, almost 20 years probably since I've played from reds when I was a wee lad just learning the game. Holy, that's bright. It's a very different experience, right? I'm kind of torn right now, what I'm noticing, between what I want to hit off the tee. Do I want to go for that extra distance like I tried here and it sort of backfired? Or do I want to just lay up and try and get more comfortable with that 100 to 140 yard range in? But as for right now, I have a really long attempt for a birdie. I'm just trying to lag this up close enough that I can get a par. Oh, it went right over the leaf. I was trying, just that little bit right of it like I wanted to. So this is certainly a tester for par. I'm at the range now, certainly try to make it. Not gonna beat myself up if I don't. Going pretty far off to the left here. I think if I just nestle this thing down there, it should break pretty hard to the right. Good par save. Let's go. Alrighty. Really good two putt from back there. Really good two putt. So I'm kind of aiming just to the right center here. Got my front foot a little bit back. Try and swing along my feet line and let this ball work back left. Just like that. That should fall a little bit short of that front bunker. That could be lovely. Could have been a little bit more right, but I'm not getting picky there. And while I'm walking up to the ball here, this would be a great time to just let you know that this is my 50th video that I've uploaded to YouTube. I find that really cool. You know, I do this pretty passively as a full-time teacher, and I'm just a golf lover. So I like being able to talk through my rounds. And if you find any value in stuff like this, I would really appreciate if you could click subscribe and help a small channel out. If I could get to 500 subscribers by the end of 2025, I would be ecstatic. And there we go. I knew I didn't have enough to get to that bunker. And actually, because it was downhill, I almost did. So I'm going to try and flop over this thing. I'm going to actually put the camera on the other side of the hole. So that was definitely disappointing there. From that close, I got to be closer. Never a good thing when you have to move the camera too. Keep this close to get the par now. Really good putt. Little more pace than that thing might have been in. Made for an easy par, but definitely should have been pushing for birdie.
And just as a quick tip, whenever you are teeing off, don't automatically put the ball in the middle of the tee box. Think about your shot shape.
I've got my 5-wood this time, and I'm going to try and draw this, so I'm going to stay over on the right-hand side.
By doing so, I'm aiming to a wider part of the fairway, so if it doesn't draw and it just goes straight, it would be completely safe.
That was about as good as I can hit this club. Great draw, right in the fairway. It's 96 yards to the pin. Now I could do a full 60 degree here, but I'm going to use a 56. Try and do a more controlled 3/4 swing. I usually have the tendency to pull this a little bit. So I'm going to aim slightly off to the left of the pin. Here's the pull. Oh, a little firm. Just off to the backside. All right. So you always want to look at the break from the low side of the hole. Oh, okay. Trusted the line that I read, but I read a slightly wrong line. So, easy par. Doesn't help when you start having an eye that's drifting in your older age. Jeez.
Playing hole number 6 from the Reds ends up being a really tricky spot here because it's not a long hole. You can see on the overview here, it's only about 275 yards away. But there's this bunker on the left that I was trying to clear, and then that leaves a small landing area after it. And it just was a little too cute maybe to try here, and I overdrew it a little bit into the trees.
All right, so really not ideal. Found my ball just sort of tucked up in there, and I'm not going to have a backswing. So I could either try and hack it out that side, which actually, that might be possible, or I'd have to take an unplayable and kind of go way back here. This is not a shot you practice. I can get my backswing through here and then sort of pop the ball up. Not enough to try and go for the green, but at least enough to get over to the fairway. All right, didn't quite get as far as I wanted, but it is closer. I'm gonna have a tricky shot over that bunker now. Also, while I was finding my ball, I found another Vice brother, somebody else playing some Pro Pluses. If this is your signature and you have a nice blue stripe on it, I've got your ball. So comment below and I'll try and figure out a way to get back to you. All right, so this is the first real tricky spot I've been in. I had one nice save out of trees earlier. I'm trying to get it close enough to possibly save the par. I'm going to have to be happy if I can just get on an even 2-putt for the bogey. That's too far. Hit the pin. All right, it's gonna be tricky. Pretty putt, pretty good putt. Oh, I can't believe it. It was actually that fast too. Holy crap. There we go. Not ideal taking a bogey, but I'm not gonna sit here and whine and complain about taking a bogey just because I'm playing off Reds. This is what average golf is. It's not always clean. What might also be fun one day is maybe come back here and play the tips, because I have no business playing this long of a course. This is over 7,100 yards, I think. We get like all the way up there is where I've got to walk to the Reds. So if you're still watching this video so far, first of all, thank you. And secondly, if you think I should come back here and play from the tips, even though I have no business doing so, comment that below. I've made it all the way to the Reds, and this is a 389 yard par 5. Let's get after this one. And just because I drew the 5-wood too much last hole, I'm not going to be scared of it this time. Still bringing it back. This sets up really nice for it. I just need a nice smooth swing. I know some people love smash and driver, but particularly with the 5-wood, the 3-wood, hybrid, I'm getting comfortable with it. You just have to swing smooth. As soon as you start putting a little extra speed into it, you're really going to lose the swing. Look at that. Just an absolutely perfect shot. Did not try and put any power on that thing at all. Just let the club head do the work. So the feel that I'm really trying to do with my 5-wood in particular is feel the weight of the head on my backswing. So as soon as I get to the top, I just want to feel like I've almost let it drop. Like I know some people are like trying to worry about putting their hands in the slot and get them in their pocket and all that stuff. It's too much for me to think about. I'm 40 years old and I forget things too easily. So I'm just trying to go for something that's nice and simple. Green is about 135. It's my pitching wedge, which is usually about 140. I just want to get on the green and have a chance at an eagle putt. Drew a little too much, so it's not on the green. Hopefully it's in a safe spot. Disappointing result? Yeah. Am I going to beat myself up about it? No. It's a beautiful day. I still have a chance to pitch on and get close for a birdie. So let's try and make that happen instead. So it's a weird spot here. I've got my 52 because I want it to pop up a little, but I don't want to take a chance of fatting it because this is really hard ground. I think I'm going to switch to a different one. I'm actually going to go to a pitching wedge, kind of bounce it into half of that hill, and it should kick a little bit to the right. Oh, a little firm. Get close, get close, get close. Oh! That might be the most disappointing part of my life. Not gonna lie. When you make golf content, and especially honest golf content like I do on my channel, these are the holes that are going to be really painful to edit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have some traumatic flashbacks as soon as this hole comes up on my screen. But the nice thing about golf is unless you make that blunder on the 18th hole, you just step up and you got another shot to get that out of your mind. I'm just setting up here a little bit down the right side, trying to hit that fade that I had a few holes ago. It faded, but maybe I wasn't lined up right. All right, good news is it stayed in play. Bad news is I can't go for the green, so I'm just gonna have to plop it out over there. Stayed straight. It. Oh, got a good little bounce, so it went a bit left. 60-degree, pretty hard ground here, so it should pop up a little. Try and get some bite on it. Cutting back, go. Oh! The one thing I thought was going to happen by playing Reds is that I was going to get a couple birdies on par 5s. I let one slip away by a bad shot from 150, and then that one slipped away from a bad tee shot. So these are the little mistakes you just simply can't make if you're trying to score low. I'm having a very good round though. I mean, I think I'm right now, I'm even still. So it's 125. I've got my 130 club because this is kind of like, because this is just like hole 2, where I wanted to go one club up since teeing it up takes a little bit of distance off for me. I thinned it a little. Too long. This is why I love the game of golf, and it's so funny. I had almost the exact same yardage of a shot that I threw an absolute dart on. But it's a different swing every single time. But now it's a long putt, and I'm going to try and make a 2-putt here, walk away with a par, and have a nice, clean, even front nine.
So obviously this hole did not quite go according to plan, but being +1 through 9 is completely fine with me. So playing from the reds is doing what it is supposed to. It's helping me shoot some lower scores, even though those scores are not necessarily under par. I am playing at a much more consistent rate than I would normally do if I was on whites or even blues. So on this back nine, I'm going to do a lot less narration and just let you enjoy some of the sights and sounds of some Twilight golf. I will periodically pop back in here and talk you through some of my shots, but for now, I'm just going to step away. Enjoy! And what you're seeing on this hole is some point of view recording. I decided to do that with my regular camera setup because on my TikTok and Instagram accounts, I like to do some various short form content, and I thought that just having a hole that is played from my perspective might be kind of cool. So I just have it spliced together here, and let me know in the comments if you enjoy this kind of view. Do you want me to do more point of view stuff for my YouTube channel as well, or do you prefer just the behind camera shots? Feedback is always welcome, and watch along to see if I can drain a long birdie putt here. And as you can see, the sun is dropping pretty quick here, and I was playing this par 5 very conservatively. This is my approach on that I just sent way too far past the pin, and I end up having to chip from the back of the green, kept it close, and then tapped in for par. But unfortunately, because I was chasing this sunlight that is almost gone now, I had forgot to record that part as I was hurrying to the next hole. So here is hole 17. It's a short par 3. The camera isn't even really doing it justice how dark it had actually got at this point. So a really nice approach in here, and I have a chance for only my second birdie of the day, which I thought I would have many more playing from the reds, but this is the fun game of golf that we play. So I just missed that one, and here's another tap in par. But this is a really clean back 9. I am heading to 18, and I have parred every hole on the back 9 so far. And because 18 is a relatively short par 5, I wanted to get aggressive here with my driver and just drew it a little bit too much. But thankfully, when you're playing from the reds, it's not a big deal because I hooked it around a tree that would normally be trouble if I was playing from further back. So it left an approach into the green that I came a little bit short, and I was really hoping that I could have put that closer and had a chance at an eagle, but I'm just left with trying to lag this up close enough that I can get a tap in birdie, and that thing started breaking quite a bit further away than I would have liked. I'm just barely off camera here, and here's my chance for the birdie, and it just stops right on the edge. I gave it a look to see if it was going to fall, but it does not, so I have to just tap in there for another par, but really clean round overall, and I would highly recommend that if you have not done so, play around from the reds and see how you do.